Right on cue.
Normally. Oh, come on, you didn't say the lolly thing this time.
I was thinking
That would have been
it, though.
perfect if you'd caught that on stream.
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, I think, I hope.
If you go across
And
that way,
we are live! Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
welcome
way.
to the PrimalCast. I am Shugabush. Joining us tonight is DeViBos. Didn't know why I say it like that. Mattalater, Roopels, ShadowSun, AngelsCreed, Prosaic Tunes, and our special guest, Sheldon Zam from CreateZA. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 18. I forgot to add my own name. Huh.
First. Well done.
Off to a wonderful start.
Name. And now you just forget to add your own name. It's like
At least he didn't forget the background music for once.
Hunter!
Everyone. Welcome to
It's a
episode
thing, I have
18.
to do it.
How was everyone's week so far? While I start sharing the live stream.
My week's been
long.
Work has been long. I'm gonna agree there.
Any
Big
reason?
mood, Debbie. It's been a long week, dude.
Oh, and we're going to pick up cars tomorrow in Johannesburg. Like 8 cars we have to go pick up. I'm not in the mood.
Use a cargo bomb.
Anything interesting or just like same old, same old?
Same old. I don't know if we're getting anything special.
Lame.
Then yeah.
Big lame.
If there's an ST, I'm grabbing it. ST is mine.
Bugger off.
He keeps leaving and then he comes back.
His internet's doing him no favors.
Yeah. So if you guys don't hear from Roopels tonight, he is with us in thought.
if we don't hear from him tonight, then the curse has been lifted.
Yes.
No!
I'm back. I've returned.
If we don't hear from him tonight, the curse has been lifted. Yes! Perfect community,
What
huh?
curse? I'm very confused. This call
lolly
just
curse.
hates me right now.
Oh, enough of the lolly nonsense.
Thank you, Kenzie.
Come on, the lolly nonsense goes with his hinges.
Oh my goodness.
The lolly nonsense is older than the lollies.
These inside jokes are inappropriate for our guest.
Yeah.
Welcome, Sheldon Zam.
Oh, yeah.
I am sorry you agreed to this.
Yeah, well, you guys did warn me.
I gave Sheldon a fair bit of warning.
Okay, where are we like in the introduction? What did I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, not that much.
I love how many
That's
questions you
Ruben
guys...
forgetting to add his own name to the flipping podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, I do. That was a thing that happened. Yes.
It was the oopsie.
Oh yeah, it's oopsies.
And
And I'm so excited.
Let's not bring that thing back. All right, and the live stream is shared.
AngelsCreed.
Yeah. Okay. So just share the link around, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have the manager of CreateZA. What do we call you?
Co-founder?
Boss? The founder.
Yo.
Who are you?
Who are you? Wait a minute.
who are you?
Stop.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. A good way to start. And I mean, I got your questions earlier, all of them lined up, but I'll take them as you give them now. So first of all, I am a founder of CreateZA. I'm Sheldon Zam. I'm from Port Elizabeth and Joburg mostly, and I studied computer science and stats, and I moved up to Gauteng last year, and I started having monthly meetups with YouTubers in Gauteng, and then starting to coordinate with people across the country, and then we expanded into Instagram and TikTok, and late last year, then like literally the first meetup where we did that, TikTok South Africa was there, and they scouted us, and we worked with them a bit, and now we have an avid community of TikTok creators, and Instagram is recently, as of like Sunday this week, and YouTube is our predominant platform, or most people, but I think most of the hype still comes from TikTok, as you can imagine, it's TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And can you give us like a description on CreateZA? You know, like that as well.
CreateZA
Yeah.
is the
The
community.
The idea
Oh.
behind it and stuff like that. You know.
CreateZA is the community of creators in South Africa, specifically digital content creators. So that is actually broader than those three platforms. If you think about it, it's digital content creation, any content that you can create that goes online. And I mean, you guys are probably familiar with streaming gaming content. I mean, you've got platforms like TikTok and YouTube and all of that. But I mean, even music is content creation, and it's online. It's accessible to all of us, and there's so many different kinds of content. And we are working towards becoming just facilitating for any kind of online content creator. And right now, we have a few facilities for people to use. Like if you're an Instagrammer, if you are a TikToker or a YouTuber, you can join our community groups and ask the questions about like, how does this platform work? Or if you just want to be in there to get the vibe of how it works, it's free for anyone to join essentially. We do also have specialized groups like the TikTok verified groups where there is like a limit. You need to get 1,000 followers, and we're dealing with more serious creators. And we also offer consultations for people who want to take something like TikTok seriously, or YouTube seriously, or Instagram seriously. And we're looking at becoming a social media marketing agency outside of just the community that we are. Essentially, the foundation and what the heart of what we will always be is the community. But yeah, there's a bit more than you asked, something into the future. I guess we're getting there.
Needs more toasters.
Yeah. The most irrelevant comment I've ever heard.
Okay. Sheldon.
I'm just playing it cool. I don't know what that meant. Toasters.
Welcome to the podcast, Sheldon, where randomness rules and this is how we live.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play with it.
Okay, and be sure to
Perfect.
expect hypotheticals because...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They just randomly like interject sometimes.
It happens.
Okay.
Alright, what else? Before we get started on these questions, we're actually starting up early with the questions. You guys, we should unwind a bit more before we bomb him with
That
questions.
sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, this is true.
I want to talk
Well,
when,
not
when I
unwind
went
what
to a
we normally do.
CreateZA event.
Oh yeah, Roopels, please.
Yeah, you're full.
Yeah,
I
I
went
went-
to it.
I went to the
Continue, please.
Yes, I went to the CreateZA one in Cape Town.
Yo.
It was mainly for Instagram people, so I just kind of sat there, kind of taking note, because I'm mainly like with TikTok and YouTube.
Yo.
But I found it really interesting how just so many people gather in one place to just like learn and talk to each other, and like it really is like a community. Everyone was so friendly and welcoming. It was
Yo.
very, very cool.
I mean,
Sure.
I didn't
And the
go
fact
to
that you can
event.
just like, this is, how do I describe it?
Did you
Sure,
ever
go.
have a dream where you could
It's cool that two people working together can create such a wonderful thing for creators to get together.
I just ended off with a thumbs up into the
sound like
camera.
a second
Literally
grader
sounded
doing
like
an oral.
like a grade 7 just reading these oral.
Dude, I just like
the whole album, like size
my
2.
wife-
I
my
came
wife
up with
did not work.
I don't care if it's a grade 7. That was so heartfelt, dude. That was super cool. I think that was the first time I heard it in like just your voice, like voice. This wasn't even a voice note; it was in real life. And just to hear that there are people on the other side, like valuing what we're providing in the community, but also from someone who's up here and not actually being a part of the events, only seeing all the stories. I don't know that the values of the events live up to what we set up in the groups. I mean, I can choose the people who head the events up according to, like I believe that they'll do a good job. But hearing this is super reassuring, and like honestly, I'm super grateful. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, let me assure you, afterwards, when the panel was done, everyone there has just split up into groups and started chatting.
Yes.
Just like talking about strategies and what they like to post and all that. It was really like kind of homey. Like it's kind of like a big family, which is cool.
That's super cool, man.
I really regret not being in Durban for the Durban meetup one.
How
Because
dare you?
No. See, the thing is, I don't know who did it, but there was like on the CreateZA Instagrams, it's like, oh no, Shugabush is gonna be there, and on my comment section, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh wow, can't wait to see you and stuff, and I'm like, just sitting here, I'm like, I'm not gonna be in Durban. How do I okay.
You
this
give
is- this is
Matthew a
toughie.
tablet and you screen time the entire thing.
Yeah, we do that. Let's go with that.
Screen time, the whole thing is like, hi
Hey,
guys.
it's me, Shugabush. Give me a face bump.
This is a highly pixelated me. Hi.
The connection is so bad.
Because I went on
Ignore
a
the man
camping
behind the
trip.
curtain.
Oh, wait.
Curtain? What do you mean?
Good?
Fucking Wizard of Oz, cause when the guy's speaking with the fake mask, ignore the man behind the curtain.
Oh.
That
my
took me a
God.
second.
That took me a second as well.
David, why
You'll
didn't
make me
you
feel
tell
old.
your story?
Yeah, what
My
did you tell
story.
us? Because you were the only other one who went to a.
Oh yeah, the one in
You went
Johannesburg.
to a few.
He's been to, I think, he's been to, yeah, like, Debbie tell us.
Okay, so I've only been to one CreateZA event, if I'm correct. The first time I met Sheldon was at the Mall of Africa meet and greet, which was supposed to be just a small meet and greet. I remember the creators, Shanae, Daniel, Shani, everyone saying they just confirmed with the Mall of Africa, just said, listen guys, it's just going to be a couple of people that's going to be there, not going to be a lot, and it blew up. Like, I'm telling you, it blew up. I was standing, I remember getting there early, when I'm standing at the information desk, but the whole information desk area is just flooded with little kids. It's all over.
Little kids.
Little
That's
kids.
the
Yeah,
thing.
Unfortunately, that is our main audience.
yeah. It's Roopels' main audience as well. So it.
That's why I'm not allowed to swear when I hang out with you people.
So it's a lot of little kids there, and basically as soon as the main creators arrived, Shanae and everyone, as soon as they arrived, the whole mall went mad. The kids were screaming, everyone was screaming, parents were coming up to me because I was not standing in the middle of everything, I was standing to the side. I'm like, okay kids, go have fun. Parents were coming over to me, it's like, what's happening? People are asking me, it's like, what's happening, what's going on? And I'm like, yeah, it's TikTok creators. They're like, what is TikTok?
Oh my
Like,
God.
it's this Chinese.
Excellent.
It is this Chinese app that is hypnotizing your children.
It's an
Careful,
app all the
Roopels,
way from
you're now an illegal
China.
citizen of China.
Oopsie.
Now, next time you step foot in Beijing, you'll get arrested.
No, is that Taiwan? I can't make fun of that panda face king. I mean,
Oh.
ignore
That is just China, dude. That is the whole of China.
Oh no.
We are sorry for that, but anyway, so while I was at that meet and greet,
No, we're not. We are so not sorry.
so while we're at the meet and greet, who was it? It was Steph. Sheldon, I remember Steph actually introducing me to you.
Oh yes, there.
Yo, Steph 3925.
That's her.
I
she
do not
actually
know
introduced
who
me.
this is.
Do not worry.
Uh,
She is a
so-
cool girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was, I guess that was where I met you. That's where it all started.
That's where it all started.
And actually the pillow that's like right behind me now.
Yeah, that fella. I still want the photo of the video that you made. I still want to see it.
There were huge complications around that. Some creators felt like, who's this guy? What's he doing? Kelly Kicks, who organized the event, freaked out at me, bro, like a lot. So I just
About
had to
Devi.
No, about me using the pillow.
Oh.
Like the fact that I was there meet and greet and I brought that pillow because I even told Kelly before, but like it's drama. We've settled it. We're good. Everything's good. But it was a huge thing. I was like,
What
ooh,
pillow?
like shocked. Like I was very shocked. But I mean, yes, people are people. People are people. I don't want to talk about that.
That's fine. That's fine.
So
So yeah, so that's where I met Sheldon for the first time, and from there I actually started talking more about him, about CreateZA, and just I wanted to get more involved with CreateZA. the first actual CreateZA meetup I went to was the one in Johannesburg, where I struggled to find parking. I had no idea where the place was, but the place was awesome. Honestly, the vibe of the place was awesome. And if I'm correct, the place actually sponsored, was sponsored for that day.
Oh, they sponsored the venue, and the cool thing is, like Special Effects Media South Africa, who actually sponsored our first big event in Durban. The first time they came to Joburg was literally in that same building. It's unbelievable that a company like them could get a place there, and us who literally don't make any money or don't pay anyone anything, were able to get a sponsored venue there as well. I'm still like, yo, and I really want to lean into using that venue, but I don't know what the story is there now, especially with events and lockdown. And all that,
Lockdown
awesome.
killed all the events. It is a very difficult one. I missed the meetups.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like,
lockdown
oh,
is
maybe
killed
I'll
like
meet
any
up.
social thing.
I was gonna be like, maybe I'll go to the next meetup. Then boom, COVID hits, and I'm like, fuck.
Like, hey,
You out of
sorry.
Durban for the last one? Well, shame.
It's like, sorry for you, eh? You missed
National
out.
lockdown.
Now you're
Shame.
missing big out. Can I just say, guys? Can I just say one thing? The biggest party that's gonna happen. Mark my words. This is gonna happen. Is gonna be New Year. The reason for that is people are gonna be
If
absolutely
that's
fed
gonna
up.
happen.
There's absolutely no way.
Oops, New Year's cancelled. Oopsie.
Wait, there's no way they'll keep it over New Year's because they know shit will go down.
Exactly.
Yeah,
People
you
are gonna be like, we're over this. We're over 2020. 2020 is over. We're gonna have fun now. I can guarantee you, people
Then
are gonna go
at midnight,
crazy.
Cyril is
Round
gonna say
two.
no going out, but
People
you
are gonna
can't
be
stop
like,
rowdy children.
Dude, when midnight hits, is round 2.
fight. No, please. I'm over 2020. I can't do 2020 anymore. Get me out.
This is not 2020, David. It's 2016 too.
You. No.
Well, it all started from 2016, but
Harambe.
It all started with those damn people shooting a gorilla.
Oh, Harambe, yes, I remember Harambe. I forgot about it.
After that, everything just went downhill.
Honestly,
Yeah.
no. Do you know when was? Wait, hold up. I quickly need to do a search here. When was? Wait. I just want to see.
I almost
'Cause
made a
firstly
joke
for
that
me-
I shouldn't. I really
for me-
almost made a joke that
No,
I
Ruben.
really shouldn't.
Ruben, no.
I'll come smack you.
No. The first time everything started going wrong was when Tony Stark died for me.
What? What
Then-
happened with Tony Stark?
Why?
Eh.
Why?
Oh
is
yeah,
random.
Tony died.
That is so random.
Forgot.
He died like way after Harambe.
He
I
died,
know, but
he
honestly, I
died in
could.
the thought pose.
I
Knees on the
know.
ground.
I know. I thought for me
Roopels,
personally, personally, for me, things started going horribly wrong. I'm saying horribly wrong. Things started going wrong from Harambe. I agree with that, but things started going horribly wrong since
Also-
Tony Stark died.
Example.
Man, freaking idiot! We got COVID. We got.
That
all
was like
these
2
attacks and
years after
everything.
the fact.
I don't care. It still went
This
wrong.
fictional character died 2 years ago. That's why we have COVID.
Yes, that is
Not
why.
the, not the
Not
5G
scientific.
When I was
towers.
4 years old, I stubbed my toe, and now we have COVID. Oops.
Yes,
Hey, they call it the butterfly effect for a reason.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun
That's true.
dun.
Angels knows what I'm up. Okay,
Yeah.
but guys, questions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, we
But
have
we're
community
trying to do
questions.
interview today.
We did have those.
Yeah, we
Okay,
actually
we
also have
already
some.
did number 4 basically.
We did.
Yeah, number 4 is who is Sheldon? What's your personal Sheldon goals? Okay. No, I'm gonna ask.
let Roopels start us off with the questions.
Yes. Sheldon,
Oh, yeah.
tell me,
Yes.
what would be one of your favorite meetups with CreateZA or YouTube?
One of my favorite meetups, like in the past or ideally in the future.
Ideally in the future.
One that is sponsored by Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, where they pay us like for organizing an awesome meetup. They sponsor a venue. They sponsor giveaways like creator giveaways and also creative programs that people can win and get a part of. And yeah, we can organize everything, and from there have an audience via the internet. So like all of them on their platforms would have to plug it, like promoting an event that would be live streamed across all of their platforms at the same time.
Whoa.
And at the moment, that's what we're looking at until events become a thing again. That's just a taste of it, and we'll have obviously artists showcasing some of their work. It'll be a general thing, so we'll have like talking a little bit about TikTok, what is TikTok, how to use it, and relevant topics on that. And we'll have a speaker from each different platform. Something altogether like that. And there are lots of other event ideas. Like that just came off the top of my head right now. But like if I just have to, that's one.
So basically, a CreateZA convention is what you want. That would be pretty fun.
I can see that. If I hear Sheldon out in regards with
Really?
them as a company sponsoring it, because I saw what happened when Starbucks sponsored a meet and greet, and that went huge. So
Starbucks sponsored
these companies sponsor.
Question mark?
Yeah, it's the last one basically the last meet and greet that happened from TikTok with Shanae, Robbie, Mikey, Megan, and all that. The last one I
Oh,
actually
I've never
went.
seen that. Yeah.
It was on my Instagram feed for like 2 weeks after that.
Yeah,
People went
that was
crazy for
actually
it.
sponsored by Starbucks themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a marketing team that's on point. The company that owns them, like ByteDance, has got a relationship with Starbucks, so they their marketing is managed by these people, and so I mean, it makes sense for them, and it worked really cool. I mean, Celeste is one of their reps, so I think she punted that, and I also Tinkerbell and I were going to organize a meetup last year when it was going to be the first time I ever organized 1 week in advance meetups, right? So we had 2 quick ones. I was in Pretoria, then I was going to be in Joburg. So we were like, cool, okay. And then I saw the turnout for quick week notice meetups in Joburg, and it wasn't good. And then a week after that, Celeste organized a sponsor, and apparently you can do that stuff in 1 week with a sponsor. It's crazy.
Jeez.
Cool.
Okay.
I made myself some tea and I got rust.
Welcome back. You have missed half of the podcast.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
We spent 20 minutes making tea.
So are we gonna jump into the questions or something?
Yes, there you go.
Okay, from the
Okay.
community questions, because there's only apparently one. If you had to make a super milkshake, what would it be? Now these questions are random. These questions are weird.
Yeah.
And
So first of all, you just need to get some Nutella, and you've got the cup, right? Whatever this thing's gonna be in, you just need to smear it on the edge. You just start with that. And also you want to get some texture in there, so get those those sprinkles, those colorful sprinkles, and shake it around inside. And then put the milkshake in. It's gonna be chocolate flavored, chocolate and more chocolate stuff. You need cream and some milk to not make it too intense. But I think then ice cream on top with that Steers hard coated caramel on top and flakes.
Oh my goodness.
Sheldon, you are a culinary genius.
You are a man of culture.
Man of
This man
culture.
knows his smoothies.
not gonna lie,
I'm gonna take this
underestimated
recipe, by the
your
way.
milkshake skills.
I underestimated how prepared you was for that question.
Yeah.
Is this something you've been thinking about?
I love food. And I've been fasting. I'm thinking about food. You guys are so horrible.
We are getting this question. How many pizzas did you eat in one sitting?
Oh no.
That's just rude.
Roopels, that's
Okay.
just
Okay.
horrible. Why?
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me, I'll just go back to eating my good old prawn Woolwich chippies.
Excuse me while I eat my
The poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
excuse me while I eat my AAA deluxe. What the fuck?
Okay,
Okay,
next
there
question.
you go.
Okay, so let us see.
All right, now
Okay,
these are the
number 12.
official
This is
questions.
Yes. Have you been recognized in public by strangers, and how do you handle it?
Yes.
It's the
It's
funniest shit ever, by the way.
Yeah,
This
man.
is true.
I started on a journey, right? I started with YouTube, and the reason I started creating content was, there was a shutdown at the university, and without being productive and without having systems in place, like going to gym and studying for tests and all of that, I started to fall apart mentally and everything. and starting to create content, like in a way, made me feel productive. So yeah, I also felt that people really needed to bridge the divide. Like ultimately what it came down to was like white students thinking these black students are complaining about nothing, and the black students saying these are the problems, and no one was like meeting each other in the middle. So I decided to make like a vlog and just like journalism style go and interview the people at the protests. And yeah, so that was what I wanted to do. And like the first people who recognized me like was very polarized. Either like they were super supportive of what I was doing, like those videos went somewhat viral in the university and around there, but also some students wanted to kill me and commented that. So yeah, and like I went to protests where people threw like rocks at me, but yeah, I also saw there were moments when like this one student came up to me, and there was supposed to be a mass meeting right over there, and like people shifted the mass meeting, but she recognized me and she came up to me, and I don't know, I'd been like creating content for a few weeks now, and she was like, you don't understand what you're doing with all of this content, you're causing so much strife. And then I saw the anger and all of that in her eyes, and then I started to explain why I was doing it, that I actually wanted to get the message out there, and like, you know, I wanted to be a part of it, and I just explained my heart. And it was crazy to see how her, like, the feeling inside of her heart, or the look in her eyes just changed to something so much more sincere, like just by the time I'd finished speaking. And she was like nodding like and agreeing with me by the end of the, like when I was speaking. So it's been like I've had many different experiences with people, and then there's like normal fans like, oh, are you the guy from Instagram? I had one of those, my first Instagram fan from Pretoria, but normally YouTube in PE. Yeah.
That is insane.
You know what's the funny thing? You know, Sheldon, have you ever had one of those where they come up to you and they say Mr. or something like Mr. Sheldon, or yes, for me it was, excuse me, are you Mr. Shugabush? Have you ever had one of those, dude? Those are the funniest.
For me, that's like a lot of people in organizations that I'm involved with, like school.
Yeah.
I was very like, I focused on whatever I wanted to do, and I was involved in so many societies, and like I was like very much present everywhere, but I didn't know everyone. And so people like heard about me and they were like, oh, you're Mr. Sheldon, Mr. Zam. That's a very common one.
Mr. Zam. I like that.
Mr. Zam.
Hello.
Nice.
That is classic.
Sounds like a superhero.
Yeah, the one and only Mr. Zam.
Literally.
Damn it, we should have
that-
had that in the beginning of with the introduction.
Yeah.
Featuring Mr.
Can we
Zam.
change the episode title to Mr. Zam?
We got a big surprise today, ladies and gentlemen. Alright.
Okay, who's next with the questions?
Yeah, who's asking?
Me.
the next question?
I haven't asked one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Go.
Go ahead.
Matt.
Hold on, which ones have we done?
We've done like 2, okay?
Okay.
This is why you don't make tea in the middle of a pub.
Yeah.
Okay, number 12.
We have asked number 12.
We've asked. Yeah.
Number 14. Have you done
Okay.
number 14?
Okay. You can do 14. You can do 14.
What support do you have on offer for budding creators?
Yeah. So like I mentioned earlier, we do have free structures for any creator to fall into. So most people use WhatsApp in South Africa. Most people are online and actively, handle WhatsApp. I mean, you get people who hide from WhatsApp group chats, but some people really value WhatsApp. We feel it's like the most effective way to get through to people or to be present for them. So that is what we have on offer for anyone. But if you really want to take what you're doing seriously, then we offer consultations. So normally 4 sessions just to give you like the rundown in 4 of the most important aspects of that journey of content creation that you're going on. So I think I'll just leave you with those 2 for now. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Right. Anyone
Nice.
else? Next up.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, if you're a creator like myself, I live in a small town. So we don't have a lot of community. So I know of a total of 1 person in my town that has TikTok. For your Ruben. Ruben, shh. Ruben?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh my goodness. What's the question?
We're gonna have to talk
Scared
again.
me. Sorry, Monray scared the living daylights out of me.
Yes, come on, Ray.
Basically, what I want to know is for us small town people, what would you suggest when it comes to community? So I live kind of close to Port Elizabeth. I'm about 50 k's out.
Where are you?
Uitenhage.
Uitenhage. I can already tell you
Uitenhage.
that is in Uitenhage. I'm just saying, but yeah. What would I suggest for you? I would say, well, one, do what you're doing already, because Primal Squad is a community that you can have access to wherever you are. If you have internet and like you guys are talking to each other, you have like that level of intimacy, and you guys have video chats and like you share things with one another. And I believe from what I've heard about this, I remember the first time I asked Debbie to speak about it was at our event, and I realized this is a creative community, and it's really cool, and you guys are closely knit, and there's definitely a need for that. But then on a broader scale, there's the broader community of creators in South Africa and around you. And I think what we offer for you is like the WhatsApp groups. It's cool, you can be a part of that, but also like we have weekly chats as a community. I mean, it's one thing to be a part of a WhatsApp group or to be a part of a Facebook group or like a page, like, yeah, this is a club, you know, or part of a club, but what separates a WhatsApp group or something like that from being able to be something more, especially when it's so many people and like from different creative backgrounds. So we can have lives, and we've had lots of lives, informative lives, and, you know, helping you wherever you are. But the thing is, like on Tuesdays, yesterday we had one and Debbie pulled through. It's an opportunity to just speak with creators around you. You can be a part of a solution together. You can be part of a working team, like getting stuff done, like functional stuff that you can actually charge money for eventually, as a team, even if you are wherever you are, but with an internet access. So, I mean, the possibilities are limitless. And I would encourage you to come see what you, if you are interested for your own sake or for a friend's sake, to just check out the groups and see what we have on offer. Pull through to next week's conference chats, or ask Devi about how he felt about yesterday's one. I feel like this is similar in some regard to that one. There are about 8 of us here, and there were 12 yesterday. It's open to all of the community though, so there are different dynamics, but pull through.
Okay, sorry, just an add-on question. How do you become part of these groups?
You DM CreateZA on Instagram, and then I will send you the template. It's just a quick message, or you can ask someone who's on the groups, because we send them frequently, to forward you one of the invite links.
And just a quick note for the ladies and gentlemen who are watching, the link to their Instagram is in the description down below. All Sheldon's contact details, the one Devi provided for us on the server, you can find in the link down below. So go and have a look there. So,
now that I think about it, the way that we met was so weird, right? Literally, Ruben just one day DM'd me on TikTok like, "Hey, you want to be like admin on my Discord? I have a proposition for you."
Me as well. I have a proposition for you.
You texted everyone.
On his live.
I have a proposition for you.
I was on his live. I came into his live. He's like, "Davey, I have a proposition for you." I'm just like sitting there like, huh?
And then he said, "Okay, you come into my Discord server and we will have fun. Yay!" I was like,
see, like for me, it was completely different with Ruben. Like, I messaged him on TikTok like, "Wow, you took off your mask." Because that's when he did his whole face reveal or whatever. And I was super surprised. I messaged him, and then we started talking on WhatsApp, and we became friends that way, and then he added me on Discord.
But you were still also one of the first as well.
And then we tried to do a podcast like a week after we've met, which is a bad idea.
Hence the Yellow Ghost fan art.
That's Yellow Ghost fan art.
Yes.
But
then
there's one thing that catches me. That's true. But there's one thing that catches me from this story. Angels read the messages.
Angels can actually reply to messages? That's news.
Wow! Like what?
He has you there.
The only time Ruben can ever feel special.
Oh, you guys are bitches.
I'm not even sure how I'm here. Ruben was just like, yo, you want to join a WhatsApp group? And I ended up doing it.
Yeah.
Wait, was it a
I
WhatsApp
had
group or?
no idea who Marcus was until like 2 months into the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, like 3 months ago, I followed an Nigerian scam, and now I'm here.
Yeah, dude, like Ruben just came up to me and he like gave me a beer. He's like, you want to join a WhatsApp group? And I was like, sure.
I gave him a
I'm pretty sure I never heard your voice until like 5 months in.
Yeah, I think you didn't hear my voice for like ages.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually very true.
Oh yeah, I remember the first time I heard your voice was when you were drunk rambling about Warhammer.
Yes, Ruben recorded that video, yeah.
Of course it would be Warhammer.
I think the first time I ever figured out who Marcus was he was playing guitar and I heard Matthew also playing guitar because I thought they were the same person.
Oh wow.
Frankly, I'm offended.
As we know now, they are polar opposites.
Let's take I had what's in my mouth. That would have gone everywhere.
Sheldon, you need context. It's a love-hate relationship between the two of them.
Oh yeah, between Matt and Marcus, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship.
There's no love.
As the son he never wanted. He sees him as a son he never wanted, basically.
Okay, lads, questions. We got
Okay, my
Questions,
question.
yeah. We need
I
to
have a
carry on.
question.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. There are lots of artists and actors and people's performers in the industry. Who would you love to meet up with or actually work with?
Yeah, so I've got a specific vision on my heart with regards to where I want to go in the future. And yeah, I think a few artists that come to mind are, it was a multi-tiered thing where there were very established artists to intermediate artists to maybe like starting out artists who definitely have a lot of potential, and mixing them all up together and having an event where they perform together and perform ensembles together. But some of them would be like Freshly Ground, Matthew Mole, Majorzi.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Matthew Moore's
like-
in Bolito, if I'm not mistaken, here in Durban.
He's in Joburg.
He moved.
Yeah, he was in Cape Town. He came from Cape Town. His family's still there. I think his dad is a pastor there. But
Because I know he performs here a lot, though, in the botanical gardens especially.
yeah, dude. He tours like twice a year, or he has been. Like that guy is active. He's growing. And yeah, I feel like I was not his first fan. I know like there was that first wave when he was just touring like in the Eastern Cape and like still small scale stuff, but he's grown a lot. I'm a big fan of his. I'm just saying, I think I'm a big fan of his.
Oh, I agree. It's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I could list more names of people who you might not know. Or, I'm waiting for like the right time and space. So I work at a media production company, and we literally record worship sets every week, and I'm feeling like that might be the space. But I mean, we don't know what's going to happen going forwards. I've got what I feel like, oh, this will be cool, and that's what got me to here with Create today. So I mean, this is just where I'm looking now, and also turning CreateZA into a fully functioning business. So instead of like focusing more on the celebrities who we're going to work with, unless it comes to people who are drawn into our community naturally, that's cool. But we want to focus more on like working with the creators and companies and connecting them together and developing skills like that, where celebrities can only like impart so much information. Like we've done that, we've been doing that, but at the end of the day, you know, practical skills that people can learn and actually make money from, especially like now where money is scarce and jobs are not steady. Making money from your content creation is, I feel, very valuable. That's where more our focus is.
Awesome.
Damn, that was very
So you guys are
inspirational.
actually in like the very early stages right now.
Yeah.
You feel interesting because from my point of view, I've never run a business before, but from my perspective, you guys are pretty successful, I would think.
Oh yeah. I would say that as well.
Oh, wait. Thank you. I mean, it's very. You can look at it so many different ways. On the one hand, have we made 1 cent? And that's a very important question. Like we did one fundraiser at one event, and we raised like 120 rand, and I contributed also. We bought
guys,
2
write that
pillows.
down.
2 pillows. That's all we did.
Guys, write that down. Primal
yeah.
Squad fundraiser. Quickly.
Write that down.
Fundraiser
Primal
isn't
Squad
for you,
Patreon.
Ruben. It's for someone who actually needs it.
Manscaping.com.
Ruben needs to fund his Warhammer addiction.
Yeah, manscaping.com.
Please sponsor us,
Great
Manscaped.
Shadow Legends.
Good old raid. Good old raid.
Honey.
Good. Anyway, we're
Okay,
gonna-
I opted out for like 2 seconds. What were you guys talking about? Why are we on sponsors now?
The
No
difference
idea.
2 seconds can make to a
Right?
person.
I was literally 7 seconds
This
gone. What
escalated
happened?
so quickly. This escalated
Okay.
like through the roof.
It took a turn, yeah.
Yeah, it took a good turn. But Sheldon, we still appreciate it, and yeah, I want to hear more. I honestly want to hear more. So who's got more questions? Who hasn't asked yet?
I'm thinking
Ruben,
a
go.
few more before we go into our little music section, kind of like a thing. Let's see. Okay. So, the $1 million question and stuff like that. What
I
is
saw
your
that as well
uptake?
just now.
What is your uptake on the whole Trump banning TikTok thing? And
Is that actually happening?
apparently, because he says unless an
China.
American company can buy it, so Microsoft is actually trying to buy it right now. To be honest,
Well, the thing is that America is all about like freedom of speech, and that's censorship.
Yeah, sure. So obviously there's so much information going on here, and so many people have polarized perspectives about, like Trump. I mean, goodness. But my perspective is TikTok itself. TikTok as a platform is from excluding like what Trump has said and everything, because I don't surround myself in that. I surround myself with the reality of what I'm confronted with, and I've worked with TikTok South Africa, and I must remember this call is being recorded.
can't say
now.
things that. Also, yeah, this is
Yeah.
live on YouTube, so don't forget
Yes,
that.
please.
This is actually a live stream. If you haven't known this.
Ladies and gentlemen, trigger warning. This is an actual live stream.
There are things about the TikTok platform which are obscure. Like, for one, the API isn't as accessible as the other ones. You can't get information from the platform. TikTok Global, who heads it up, is very secretive about a lot of things, and they're very protective about their brand in a lot of ways. And it's actually like, it's hard to say what are they getting up to. It's weird when China itself bans TikTok so badly. Like, even if you want to access the same app, you can't get it through a VPN. It's crazy. You have to use China's
community
version of-
guidelines works fast. I mean, Roopels, you and I would both know
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Community guidelines,
With
dude.
us being the two biggest of the group, it makes sense because they're probably watching us more. But
Yes.
it's like instantaneously.
If a gun
Yeah, but
doesn't
they
have
know
an
they have
orange
to.
tip, it immediately picks it up and it immediately bans it for a real gun if it doesn't have an orange tip on it.
Oh yeah, I mean, in terms of their recognition software they're on it, they've got a ton of people working on the algorithm in China. It is China who's building it, and I mean, bro, that app is a lot more in depth than a lot of people let on, the analytics and all. I think it's really cool. Like, can I tell you one thing that's super cool about TikTok? That I can say there's a lot of cool things about TikTok, because like, it's genius. I can appreciate genius. I like Apple, not necessarily the biggest, like, I won't choose Apple over other things, but I can recognize the genius within it. So I'm referring to TikTok like that now. There are things like the geographic, who's close to you, part of the algorithm. The first time I went to a TikTok meetup, it was insane. Like, how many people in that room I could identify just because I'd been thumbing through TikTok for like a week or two.
Really? Is that actually a thing?
That is a
Insane.
thing.
That's-
I can
Now that I
can
think
say
about
that.
it.
I haven't
like,
even
oh
seen
my
that.
goodness. Who that girl?
True, because Ruben found me on TikTok after we had been talking in the street, and he was like, Matthew Brown!
They are neighbors, by the way. They live next to each other.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
Weird. So
Oh
weird.
my goodness.
So it's like that. So immediately, like you can think of the psychology behind why they would do something like that, or just the impacts it has without their intention. But immediately people are being recognized more because of TikTok and the way it works. Like the way celebrities used to be recognized because they were on the only broadcasting television in the world. Like it was only them. So if you were going to recognize people, it was only on the media platforms that the world let you have access to. But now it's like it's super localized. And anyone can be recognized, and it's a feeling that it's still associated with being a celebrity. And oh my goodness, when you see people line up for Shanae, like you realize this is actually real.
I've seen this happen in person, because I can say there's a lot of times when I went to the meetups, then I see a person, I'm like, I thought you were either American, you're either from the UK or somewhere in Cape Town or so, but no, you're right over here.
That's a weird thing, because if I look at my analytics, 41% of my viewers are from America.
How many
That-
followers have you got?
41k.
Okay. So as soon as you pass the 10k mark, your localized setting becomes delocalized, and then you become more accessible to the international market.
I'm grinding, boys. I'm almost there. Let me go. I'm making videos.
But Ruben, you're still stuck in South African TikTok, like completely.
I hate it. Only videos my only videos that go through is the Afrikaans ones, and I hate it.
He really wants to branch out, but it just doesn't happen.
I've been sitting on 48k for the past 6 months, and it went down to 47. I am enraged.
The malice in your voice is beautiful.
I am literally enraged.
I have like 0 following, so I can't comment anything.
Basically,
Don't you have
Yeah.
31?
His videos are going.
Yeah, 31. Okay, woohoo.
He uploaded one video.
Can I
I've
just
uploaded
say,
like 2.
I'm very small.
Can I just- my brother has something like 100
Devi has a
people
brother?
following him, but he doesn't post anything. They just like, oh, it's Debbie's brother, I'm following him. I'm like, oh, yeah, go. Well done, bro.
I didn't even know you had a brother.
Yeah, I have a brother. I make videos with him.
Nonsense, I can't
Oh my
even mooch off
goodness.
Ruben's
I thought it was your
fame.
dad.
No, I got a brother.
Ruben's dad as well.
Yeah, with the video of my dad as well.
I'm very confused.
Ruben, I can't even mooch off your frame for 3 followers. What's this nonsense?
By the way, guys,
have you had a question yet?
I haven't.
Well, then go
well,
on
there
ahead.
we
boy.
go.
I think one
Okay,
more question
let's
before
go.
then we will do the music section, and yeah.
Okay,
early,
well, I
that's
know
so
I've had
cute.
plenty, but what's your cringiest like thing that's happened in public?
Yeah, of course.
This question.
Classic question.
You were scared about this question.
So I want to set the scene right. We're like 11 years ago when Sheldon was young Sheldon in primary school. Like
Young Sheldon.
it was like a
That's a
small.
rapper name, Young Sheldon.
No, it's a Big Bang spin-off series.
Yeah,
Big Bang thing, yeah.
Look it up.
Now.
I'm just using the reference. So we're here in this hall with wooden floors, and the wooden floors are important. And so like I'm here, I have some respect. I'm the head boy. It's cool, man. I'm sitting on the floor with my legs crossed, and something is happening inside my tummy, and it's not. I don't know what.
Oh, I know
Literally.
where this is going.
Like I fought, and it like echoes, and there's no getting away from the fact that it was me. And that happened. That happened in an assembly. So that was one of my most cringy moments.
So you sharded.
Fortunately, I didn't. There have been other times which were very close. Oh my goodness! Fortunately, I got out in time. But yeah, assemblies. That was one of the most cringy moments in my life.
That's hard. It doesn't even compare. I can't even compare mine to yours.
All right, so Who's doing music tonight?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Not even me, just mad in the back of Marcus.
Marcus.
Don't have a
Hello, I
choice.
am back. I've missed this whole story. It's pretty funny.
Oh, for fuck!
Fun.
More Roopels.
I'll listen to it
Roopels is
afterwards.
having a
I'm sure
great time.
it's
I
wonderful.
actually want a clip of that section that just happened. And I want to animate that. Oh my
Did
gosh.
I miss something great? Damn it.
You guys,
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I just got a notification on TikTok saying that our videos can be up to 3 minutes now.
Yeah, it's really
Up to
true.
3 minutes? Well, okay.
I can't wait to
come
talk about anime for 3 minutes straight.
Yeah. Ruben's just like, wow, I can't wait to make a 3-minute video and have it community guideline.
I mean, community sideline.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Dun,
I
dun,
hate
dun.
that. I really hate that. Oh my god.
Well, this is going in my vocabulary now, thank you.
Who remembers when the Afrikaans song didn't was like taken away because apparently it wasn't from South Africa?
That happened to me recently.
God.
Matthew, remember when I made like eggs in school?
Oh,
We just
Oh,
we
yeah,
just in break we were just like, you know, I don't care about school anymore, so my friend group just like got a gas stove and made eggs.
Oh, so
Oh yeah.
And we played the most stereotypical Afrikaans Bosveld music. And I tried to upload that because this is pretty funny. But then it's just like, oh, sorry, and this is music not good. Sorry, oopsie. And I
Not
just
cheeky beat.
and the sound got banned, so I just cannot upload that.
Super weird.
Crazy.
I think some artists are very protective over their rights in letting their music be released on TikTok. Like Matthew Mole, for example, they've been trying for long to get him to sign. So I think it still recognizes music, but if the artist isn't signed, it might, or if the artist has specifically made a case like, I don't want my music to be played on this platform, they might get into legal
So
docket.
musicians
Roopels,
have
can
to
I-
sign their music over to TikTok so they
Yes.
can use. Really?
No way.
Yeah.
There's
That's mega doo doo.
Yes, this.
Can I give you a workaround?
right.
Tell me.
Okay, so I found a workaround. So I couldn't upload a video of Spider Bay Blackberry. I used the songs from. I used that song. It isn't on TikTok. I couldn't upload it. It got removed. I added the Ram Jam version, and then it said go. So
Yes.
try adding another. Try adding a sound, muting the sound, and using your video as the original sound. It's kind of like a workaround.
brain.
I did not follow a single word what just came
Just,
out of your
Roopels,
mouth.
just message me. I'll just record a cover for you and send it to you.
Just Marcus going famous.
I want to hear you sing Afrikaans. I
No.
need you. Yes.
Just to get it. No, no. Just like that. I've never.
I didn't even have
never
to think
got
about my answer to that, just now.
Speaking
live.
of
You
singing,
cannot cut this out.
speaking of singing, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as always, we have the Prosaic Tunes. Going to
Are you ever
sing
gonna
for us.
say that not awkwardly?
I do not
No, you
know.
won't.
No.
There is
I don't know why you. It's like Prosaic. It's just Prosaic.
No,
That's Prosaic.
Prosaic.
It's you got emphasis on the P, the Prosaic.
Disappointment.
Okay.
Okay,
my goodness.
Divi, this time. Okay, option 1 or 2. One of the songs is a very probably unknown American song. One of them is a very well-known South African song. 1 or 2,
Both.
Debbie.
2.
2. You chose the South African one. Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
I mean, typical, but
Okay, so
All
now
right,
is the
ladies
point
and
where we
gentlemen.
go on mute until and we go have a listen.
Okay.
Take yours, I'll take mine. On the right hand side, I'll rest, and you'll find that you take rest in all mine. So take these words and make them right. One day you and I will write our words to the sky. We'll confide that I'll find mine on the right of your side. But I'll find side. If I throw away my fear and pride to set things right, I'll find mine on the right or side. Brothers and sisters, fill these cups with life. Please forgive them, 'cause you know not their lives. And take these words and make them right. One day you and I will write our names in the sky. We'll confide, and I'll find mine on the right of your side. And I'll find mine on the right of your side. If I throw away my fear and pride to set things right, and I'll find mine on the right of your side. I'll find mine on the right of your side. 'Cause I'll find mine on the right of your side. 'Cause I'll find mine on the right of your side. 'Cause I'll find mine on the right of your side. I'll find mine on the right of your side. There you go.
That was powerful.
Yes, dude. That was lovely. Yo.
Thanks, man.
Damn,
You're
boy.
a champion. Oh my goodness, that was so good.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
that is all we
Definitely
have
made the right
time.
choice.
Yeah, good choice, Dev.
That is all we have time for
knew
this
what I was
episode of PrimalCast. I'm Shugabush. Bush.
I'm Shugabush.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shugabush. Joining us tonight was DeViBos, Mattalater, Roopels, ShadowSun, AngelsCreed, Prosaic Tunes, and the one and only Sheldon Zam. Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you,
if
Sheldon, for
guys
joining
want
us.
to,
Oh, yes.
Shout out Sheldon, it was class to have you here, man.
Sheldon
you.
for president.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sheldon,
for president.
before we leave, would you mind just telling the ladies and gentlemen who are watching where we can find you, what they can
Yes.
expect, and stuff like that? You know.
The plug. Cool. So you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok primarily at Sheldon Zam. Sheldon like the Big Bang Theory, and Zam.
Like
what
the
you can
superhero.
Oh, like Mr. Zam. Shazam. My power.
He poofs into Mr. Zam.
And what can people expect from me? On Instagram, you can see my journey of photography and what I'm learning over there. Lots of portraits and curated content of landscapes from photographers around South Africa. On YouTube, inspirational content. Also, there's a series that's brimming. It's on the loose. It's coming up. It's called Zephyr Treffer, where we played 2 songs, one from South Africa and one internationally, and we analyze the songs and speak about which one is the Zephyr Treffer. And then on TikTok, you'll find our weekly collabs that we do with CreateZA, which you can also look up if you just search on Instagram, CreateZA, DM us, and we'll get back to you. But that's the plug.
And most of these links you, ladies and gentlemen, can find in the link down below. Also, if you want to join the Primal Squad Discord server, there's also a link down below. And will we provide the link tree? Yes, we will provide the link tree, ladies and gentlemen. So, unfortunately, I'll have to go into Roopels' chat to find that link. I
have trapped you. I have trapped
Don't you like post this with every single podcast?
This is why
my
I've
trap
DM'd him.
call.
I've
Yes,
DM'd him
we
to-
do,
DM'd it to him.
I actually
Ruben,
need
have you
Also,
considered copying and pasting?
I might. That might.
God
work.
damn
He'll
it. I'm
consider
gonna
it.
kick your ass.
Maybe.
With the power of my stand, Mr. Zam.
What?
Ah, okay.
Okay, Ruben, end the stream now, please.
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching, and catch us again next week. Next week we have a special guest as well. Before we go, actually the female version of Roopels, I'd have to say.
Oh my goodness.
So next week
I'm
we
sorry,
will be
Dad.
featuring Roopels' sister,
Yeah.
Annika. So yes, tune in next week, same time, 8 p.m. and catch you guys then. Bye. Why is all your cameras on?
Yes, yes.
This is a lot of bandwidth.
I look like Karen.
This is a lot of
Yeah.
bandwidth. Kill me.
I can't.
What?
My